Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Manchester City podcast, Mandem United podcast meets the Mandem City podcast. Of course, we are going to be discussing the FA Cup final where Manchester United defeated Manchester City, and also news that broke just earlier as well in regards to Pep Guardiola, rumors of him leaving in 2025. So we'll be discussing that. Big up to everyone who joined over from the Raid and Saeed channel. Shout out to Saeed each and every time. Love to everyone who's locked in from there. Big up to everyone that was already here as well. But whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, run up the likes, people. Hit the like button on the video. Run up the likes. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well. You see it on the screen. I can't even point to it. But that's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV across all socials. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell as well. Please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Manchester City related. Like I say, I know the vast majority of the questions are going to be about the FA Cup final and Pep leaving. I got to bring in my Don, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, only bad thing about him is he supports City. That is legit the only bad thing. A1 content creator, the way he coerces people into drinking the Kool-Aid is great. The sarcasm is on point. The wit is on point. The jokes are on point. The football knowledge is on point as well. Do not get mistaken. Very, very knowledgeable about the game. Got to welcome my Don Vader building. Yes, Vader, what are you telling me, man? You good? What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying?
Yo, what up, Flawless? I'm good, man. I'm good. Good to see you. Hope you're having a nice Sunday. Nice
I'm blessed,
Sunday.
man. I'm blessed.
Those of you watching right now, you see my facial expression. Those of you listening on Spotify, you're missing out because I am a man vexed right now. I'm,
Talk
I'm
about
not, I'm not, I'm not happy with this result at all. I'm not happy with the fact that I got to see my man Flawless on a Sunday, happy,
it.
happy. I don't want him sad. But I want his happiness to be at the expense of something other than a
Yeah,
Manchester United win
yeah,
over
you
City.
want me to be happy in general life, just not in the sporting sense of Manchester United. I
Listen,
get
you
that.
can be
That's fair.
happy even in the sporting life. You could be
Yeah.
happy, just not at the expense of my club. That's the thing that buns me the most, man. It happened. It happened in a Manchester derby, and
Hmm.
it's annoying because a lot of things ended on Saturday.
Talk
A
about it.
lot of things ended on Saturday. I had a fantastic Rodri win streak.
You did.
Rodri, actually, let me correct that. Not necessarily a win streak, an undefeated streak. And that
Mhm.
streak came to an end. I had what was Pep
Big up
with
Donsey.
regards to finals, having an incredible domestic record. That comes to an end. I had a potential, again, another history making moment in terms of Prem and FA Cup being won back to back. That came to an end. So a lot of things happen against my club, and rightfully so. Many have kind of put in that bracket in that category as one of the best teams ever.
Okay.
And what stopped the best team ever? I'm ready to ask the questions of Flawless tonight. Is it the players that stopped the best team ever? It the manager that stopped the best team ever? Is it maybe Manchester City that stopped ourselves? I don't know, but the questions will be asked tonight because I know Flawless is on the side of, you know what? I've seen enough from this guy. I've seen enough from Eric Ten Hag. I know I got my United standards, right? You listen to
Yes.
Flawless, I have my Manchester United standards, and Eric Ten Hag is not that guy.
Mhm.
But I'm not accusing you of this. But there are some fans that are, well, Manchester United, we win trophies.
That's true.
I don't care about sexy football. You think I
Hmm.
had sexy football all the time from Sir Alex Ferguson? Is what
I
I've
do.
heard. Is what
No,
I've
no, no.
heard.
I'm sorry to cut you off. That is truthful. I've watched Manchester United win leagues and we didn't play well. Not second to last. The league we won in 2011. Someone will double check this in the chat.
Mm,
United won 3 or 4 away games, which is a record low for a league title winning side. We didn't play
okay.
well that season whatsoever. Did I still celebrate that season and that title? Yes. But what Fergie has is credit in the bank for a season like that, and people act like that's not a thing. The same way when people try and say, "Oh, Sir Alex Ferguson was terrible when he first got Manchester United. This is why you should give Ten Hag time." Google is free. Wikipedia is free. You can go and look at what Sir Alex Ferguson did before he got to Manchester United. And had Ten Hag done something of that note, of the same magnitude, I would be less critical of him. Because I'm like, if you get it right, you could perform like that. Bear in mind, this is 1980s we're talking about. We're now in 2024.
Yeah.
Two completely different
I hear it.
So that's where it stems from. But go on, carry on.
So, I mean, I'm going to go back and just talk about the Saturday in particular because I hated everything about it. I hated everything about it. The way we started off the game, and I was happy with how we started off the game. I thought we had chances when someone would be lazy and want to ask me where my players were. Well, just look at the first 20 minutes. Look at what we are looking to do. Look at what Foden was trying to get onto. Look at what KDB was, some of those passes he was releasing. Look at some of those crosses that went into Haaland, and obviously he didn't score. But to say that this player wasn't up for it for this final, like, let's dead all that. But then, credit to United, man. Credit to United in terms of, or should I take it? Let me stop that. Credit to Erik ten Hag. Because this should not be credit to United. This should be credit to Erik ten Hag, because this is a man, when he fails, when he makes mistakes, rightfully so, should be called out on it. I would never tell any fan, no, you got no right to criticize. Of course you have a right to criticize.
Facts.
But I also challenge every fan that's quick to criticize, and it's actually going to be a feature on my show moving forward.
Make sure you subscribe to Vader's Games TV.
Blessed.
Links in the description.
YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. Look out for that. If you're listening on Spotify, just listen out. Find me on YouTube. But there's moments where you need to take a step back, put the agendas aside, take a credit and say, this is what he got right. I'm going to be putting out, I want to talk about the good and the bad. And unfortunately, there seems to be a really good, well-designed algorithm for the bad. When things are bad, when things are viral, they tend to be of the bad moments. I want to have the conversation of what Erik ten Hag got right today or yesterday.
In fact, yeah, we will do. Just give me 1 second, because man is saying Ornstein, Bombo. Let's get to it. 1 sec. Thomas Frank to Chelsea. Chelsea going for Thomas Frank or Enzo Marquez, apparently. Keep us posted on the chat.
All right. Not
mad
at that.
Me and Vader will discuss that. You see Vader's smile on his face. He happier now he heard that news. Look,
no, listen, Chelsea, get the signings you want. Chelsea, get the signings you want. Early business.
Carrier, you was talking about Ten Hag and what he got right, and
what he got right.
I'm gonna talk about it too, but yeah, go on.
So, and I don't want to steal any of Flawless's points, but if you look at how Erik ten Hag had this club set up the first time they played City, obviously didn't get the result he wanted. Want to look at how he set the team up to play against City the second time around, didn't get the result that he wanted. Arguably the most important game of the season, the last part, the part where you have your trials, you have your errors, you make your mistakes. I'm curious, and I haven't heard much of it, but I want to hear what he happened to get right, whether it was personnel, whether it was instructions on the day. That's a conversation I'm looking forward to hearing. But Erik ten Hag had it spot on in terms of, if you're going after Manchester City, whether it's home, away, neutral ground, he did exactly what many managers try and do. And I got to give the man credit, because when we had our chances, Onana came up with saves. We weren't clinical. We weren't on target. But the setup, how he was going to defend, how he was going to spring the attack, that's I've seen Real Madrid do this. I've seen clubs that have had success in terms of, listen, we're going to take our counter opportunities when we have it, and we're going to be as defensively sound as we can. And I'm going to let you speak on it moving forward.
Yeah.
But this has to be credit to Erik ten Hag, in my opinion.
Yeah, without doubt. And here's how, this is why I get, what's the word I'm looking for? will get annoyed and irritated when people lie my name when they're just like, oh, you're just a hater, or you just don't like a manager, or you just don't like said player. If a manager I don't rate performs well, I will give him the praise. If a player I don't rate performs well, I will give them praise. In particular, in the FA Cup final against the team the level of Manchester City. I said it on Twitter. I've said it on platforms I've been on here. I say it again. Ten Hag got it spot on. The lineup was spot on. The 100 into the lineup was spot on. The tactics were spot on. How he set us up was absolutely spot on, and he deserves full credit for that. Because finals are there to be won, and he did the business. Even his substitutes were spot on. His game management, everything was spot on. So I have zero complaints about Ten Hag in regards to the FA Cup final, and he deserves the plaudits he's getting for that game, without doubt. And I tweeted this out because I said, props to the players. Shout out to my bro Tox. He was like, yo, what about the manager? And I said, Ten Hag deserves his I'm paraphrasing, deserves his plaudits. He got it right. And then what did Tox say? He said something else to me. I'd be back. Again, because he's a big defender of Ten Hag. Don't know why, but salute to my bro Tox, that's family tree. And then he was like, what did he say? He was like, what did he get right? I said, everything. Got everything spot on. I have zero complaints. Same way with the players, even though I don't rate the vast majority of these players. Guess what? Zero complaints with their performance. Onana minus the goal that you lot scored. Quality. Absolute quality. In particular, the saves he was making, even coming and catching set crosses and corners and set pieces and stuff. A1. Varane is going to always be Varane. He's just quality. And he's shown that again today. I think one of the best defenders of one of the best, like 6-yard box penalty area defenders.
Varane
coming into the box, you want him there. Yeah, go on.
Varane is a quality. He may not be 38 games because of how long he's been in the game in terms of a player, but yeah, he's that guy. Yeah,
he is. Like, we should have kept him, and I always liken it to how Manchester City used John Stones. We should have kept Varane and done the same thing. John Stones isn't available on a regular basis, but guess what? Because of your squad depth, so Varane quality. Martinez shown why we're always raving about him. Wan-Bissaka and Dalot were dogged, which I liked. Thoroughly enjoyed the battle, in particular in the second half with Doku and Wan-Bissaka, but dogged. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I ask. My two fullbacks were dogged, harried. Amrabat amplifies everything I've spoken about when I talk about application. He was just a nuisance. He was a DM. He was a 6. Every time a City attacking player got on the ball, he was there. Whether it was Doku, whether it was De Bruyne, whether it's Foden, whether it's Bernardo Silva, whether it's Rodri, he's just there running around, harrying, not giving man a minute's peace. Didn't do anything spectacular. Did the basics of a DM. That's all I can ask for. And then when you put a Maino next to him who has more quality and is better on the ball, you see Maino's quality even outside of the goal. Then you add in Bruno and McTominay, like Bruno kind of in a false 9. One thing those two can do is run. Bruno for the Maino goal, quality pass. Absolutely phenomenal pass for the goal. Incredible. Great team goal. And we've scored very few of them, but fantastic team goal. Garnacho and Rashford did what I want from my wingers when you're limited. Where to Eddie? Go out there and run laps. That man made runs. That's where the goal came from. The first one was just Garnacho making the run. And he's made Vardy, even though I think it's more on Ortega, he's made that happen.
The terrible mistake.
Run, it's just a bad ball and we're going, yo, why have you played that ball? I say this all the time. That first goal, people, is nothing but application. Because Garnacho is a willing runner and he's on the scene just in case.
Yeah.
And a mistake happens and you score the goal. Rashford's limited, but Rashford, he, like I said, make runs. You're fast.
I think it's also Erik ten Hag saying, like, listen, I need you at that halfway line, ready. Whichever ball goes over top, be ready to sprint down on it. And so, no, he had it right, no doubt. I hate that this loss was to you, especially to close out the year, man. I so hate this. But when we want to point out how the players played and what they were able to do and execute. If I didn't point out how late the game got with regards to some of the challenges, and I'm not going to say that they should have been pens or they should have been reviewed longer. But I'm not accepting any rival. I'm obviously not accusing you of this. but any rival that wants to say, where were your players? Like where
Okay.
was like where listen, the fact that there wasn't a registered goal or assist from KDB from Holland, don't don't tell me that these players weren't playing. Don't tell me that you didn't see them on Saturday. Don't tell me that they didn't have an impact. There was maybe on a different day, maybe on a different angle, a potential penalty given to what Holland was doing, the way he was running through, the way he was making life difficult. You're not going to just account to and just look at your app or go online and say, "Oh, I don't see a goal for Holland. He didn't do anything. Oh, I didn't see an assist for KDB. He didn't do anything." No, we're not doing all that.
Right.
And if we were City, if we were Cité, I think that's the game that we put in the history books. We put aside, we get it done. But the 2-1 was a classic derby in terms of Eric Ten Hag, United players knowing us and vice versa. Like knowing how to get at us and knowing where to get the joy. Had it been Coventry, and you know what? Some might say Coventry should have been in this final. You know what I mean? Some might have said, had there
Yeah, some
been,
could argue that. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
some could argue that.
Hey, don't go 3 goals down inside 70 minutes and you got a better chance to get to the final, you know? What I'm saying. Just
Facts,
saying.
facts. Now, football won. Football won on Saturday.
Mm.
Football won on Saturday because it was a Manchester derby. When we think of history, and you listen, rivals, you're going to hate me talking right now, but football won on Saturday. History was made, and history was made because of the two best clubs in the Prem era. The two best clubs in the Prem era. That's why you were entertained on Saturday. That's why it was such a historic time. That's why it was maybe the unquestionable happened because historic Manchester United versus history, future historic, but history making Manchester City. And Coventry get walked on Saturday if that happened to be the final. No disrespect to Coventry, but
Yeah, of
we
course.
walked that.
Of course. Well,
And despite all of the lack of quality, all of the turmoil, the fact that you guys finished where you did in the standings, we know that's not your level. Despite what the standings say, we know that's not your level. You were able to do what Real weren't able to do. You were able to do what many clubs, I get it's a neutral ground, but Eric Ten Hag, and this is why I'm saying again, Eric Ten Hag said, I ain't punking out. I'm taking my chances in attacking. Yes, I'm gonna defend for sure. I'm gonna have a proper setup, have the key players. I'm gonna have the instructions to defend, but I'm attack City. Arsenal fans, don't get triggered when you hear Rodri say the mentality wasn't there, Arsenal. Don't get triggered when the man says that because just look at your game when you came to the Etihad. Look at how you set up. Look at how 6 shots. 6 shots is all you took. Now, you don't have anywhere near the quote unquote poor quality of United. So when Rodri's pointing out, y'all missed it. If y'all showed a little more guts, if y'all just went after it, y'all said, I'm taking the league rather than fighting off challengers, you're going to snatch it as opposed to trying to hold people off, the league would have been yours. That's all the man's pointing out. Look at what Eric Ten Hag did. Look at what United players did. And look at what they did in an FA Cup. Absolutely amazing. I gotta give it up in terms of it wasn't for us. Maybe Spotify listeners, I'm looking at the sky right now. I got my hands up. Maybe what I was asking the football gods for in terms of a four-peat as well as back-to-back Prem and FAs was too much. It was too much. I threw too many coins in the fountain. I was wishing on too many stars as I saw them flying in the sky. I was, dandelions. I was blowing a few dandelions to say, you know what, I wished for a back-to-back Prem and FA. Maybe I did too much. But at the end of the day, the reason why history was made and witnessed was because of Manchester. Manchester. I know you hate that Liverpool. I know you hate that Arsenal. Chelsea. I know you hate that too. It's Manchester. the two most historic clubs in the Prem era.
That's
Let
true.
that
They are
sink
the
in.
most historic clubs in the Prem area. If you're
Flawless,
right,
I don't lie. I don't come
that's
on here and lie.
that is
Straight
facts.
facts.
That is facts. That is facts. That is facts. Yeah, that is facts.
And I hate this. So this is where I get off. This is where I get really upset. This is where it goes left a little bit. I hate this loss to you. I
Of
hate this
course you
loss
do.
to you. No, because listen, you've been saying um
Go on.
anything can happen. It's gonna go to Pens. And
I
I
said
was
pen.
like, damn it.
I did
It
say
didn't
pens.
even go to Pens.
Nope.
It didn't even go to Pens. Now the quality of the match, I was entertained. For a neutral, I think that was very entertaining.
I think for a neutral, yeah, I think you would have been entertained. For me as a Manchester United fan, certainly not. No, it wasn't entertaining
Wait. Why wasn't that entertaining for you?
because I know what that team is like and they can capitulate at any moment because I've seen it all season. So at
Yeah,
1-0,
but you didn't. I mean,
at
not
one
what.
nil up, I'm not confident. At 2-0 up, I'm not confident. Then obviously, I'm not foolish. I can take my Manchester United glasses off and look at the quality you have on show. And you have so many players out there in attacking areas who can turn a game on its head in an instant, who can produce a moment of quality. He's also got players off the bench that can do that. We have a tendency to capitulate. We spoke about the FA Cup semi-final. We watched it against Coventry. Then when Doku scores and Onana makes the mistake, I'm like, all right. But to the players' credit, they stood up. And I will
Mm,
credit them that they competed from the first second to the last second. They were competitive. And that's all I ask for in regards to this team because I know there's a lack of skill. But what I won't forget is a lack of will. And you can outwill teams. And Manchester United are more skillful and more talented outfit than Manchester City. No. But can we match your work rate and effort? Yes. And we
mm.
matched your work rate and effort. You lot had an off day. We did contribute to that as well, and you can win matches.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why the favorite doesn't always win. More often than not, are City going to beat most teams? Yes, because they're better than most teams. However, you have to be there to capitalize if they have an off day, and you also have to put pressure on them to have an off day. We were competitive. That's all. Even if we would have lost that, I'd be
Yeah.
upset because we lost an FA Cup final by a goal. You man actually competed.
Yeah.
Amrabat typifies that. Man did not stop. Every time I was watching the balls around, man, when he chased down, it was Doku on the left hand side, so Wan-Bissaka was running with
Mm-hmm.
him, and he's come over to help him cover. Just something as basic as that. Yeah, it's on the halfway line, but mentally that helps everyone so much. Amrabat's on it, Maino's on it, the back four on it.
Yo, Ten
Onana's
Hag
having
had them fired up, Flawless.
Ten
Ten
Hag.
Hag had them
He
fired
did.
up.
I know you
And
say
I don't
that
know
with a
what
smile
kind
on
of
your face,
speech.
but he did. He did.
No. Listen, the smile is the smile is a smile. Like, listen, I'm a happy guy. I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm gonna say I thought the timing was weird when they announced Ten Hag no longer will be at the club moving forward. I thought it was weird timing. But then did they try to do kind of like a reverse of Klopp? Like they just made it official. They put the questions, they put the doubt aside, so the players knew this is our last match for him, and we know what we know what the emotions do. Liverpool fans know what the emotion does when the manager puts his arm around them and says, "Go out there, lad. Go out there and give it your all." We know all this. So when Eric Ten Hag made it, or the club made it official that he was no longer going to be the manager, regardless of the result.
Well, it wasn't a fit. Reports came out saying it was going to be regardless of the result. Because now
Yeah,
reports are saying he's going to be assessed. But I hear your overall point. It wasn't like official from Manchester United or the club. It was just a lot of
it was
reports.
a lot of
A lot
reports
of
from the quote on like the kind of like trusted
yeah, it was more of the
tend to leak
trusted
United
sources,
stuff, the trusted ones. But
which I'm all for, which I was all for. I'm like, all right, cool. Like
yeah,
this
of
I
course,
like. Like
man.
because one result doesn't change, doesn't
No.
eradicate.
I hear you, Flawless. I mean, one day I want to be like I want to be like the fan where it's like, nah, you gave me a Carabao last year, you gave me an FA this year. I still want you out. I want to
Because
get.
you know why?
I
Because
want to get there, Flawless. I want to get there.
because it's multiple things. Like people have mentioned, oh, he's won 2 trophies in 2 years. He should
Mm,
stay.
mm.
No, because winning trophies at Manchester United is not the
Uh,
sole thing you do here. Like that's what it. We finished 8th with a minus goal difference. That in itself is a sackable offense. That alone. 8th. Never mind everything else I could mention. 8th with a minus goal difference should not happen at Manchester United in any way, shape, or form. like especially after finishing third the season before and winning the trophy. So like it's more than that. Is winning trophies a part of it? Yes. Also, playing good football is a part of it. Also, yes. Having a clear style and a clear identity of play. Also, yes. Improving
I hear
players
you,
who are
Flawless.
at the club. Also,
Yeah.
yes. Players you signed. Also improving, yes.
Yeah, you're
And when you're
selfish.
signing players,
You're
having a clear
greedy.
plan.
You're greedy.
Because
You're greedy.
everybody you signed, yeah, you're 100% greedy, without doubt. Greed is what got us here. Greed is what got us here.
Now,
Greed is what got City where they're at. That's greed from Pep. You know what I'm saying? Pep had everything and still added quality. You're going to go and add quality in the summer.
I think we're gonna lose. I don't want to. This summer's got me stressed because I think
No,
we're gonna
the
be
summer might
losing.
have you stressed, but my point is your aim to add quality.
Yeah, but I'm losing. Yeah,
Did you
I hear
not
it.
sign? Did you not sign Haaland after winning a? Was it a double? You had won. You'd won back to back, and then you signed Haaland this following summer.
I signed Haaland after the Liverpool failed quad, so they won both domestics. I happened to win the Prem.
So you won the Prem for 2 times in it. So you won the Prem back to back again, and then went and signed Haaland. Yeah. You've also signed the likes of Grealish. You also went and won a treble and splashed 100 M's on Vardio. My point is the aim is there. The aim should be to be the top and be the greed, yes. And the things I'm asking for, bear in mind, the only thing I mentioned in regards to winning was trophies. That was it. Playing good football, bare minimum. Having a clear style of play, bare minimum.
No,
improving individual players, bare
Flawless.
minimum.
Flawless. I got you, man. I know
I'm just clarifying, not necessarily at you, just clarifying for people like, oh, what do you want? And it's like, yeah, it does sound like greed because I've heard people say that, oh, you so entitled and and yeah, that's why I don't want people with that mindset running the football club.
Flawless. I've been looking, right? I'm looking at the landscape. I look and I see Chelsea fans and what they're complaining about. And then I happen to look over and I see what United fans are complaining about. And then I look over here and then I see what Liverpool fans are complaining about.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because some clubs have the top 4 that they wanted, challenged for a little bit, kind of fell off, not happy with the manager.
Mm-hmm.
Some clubs had a very, very slow, poor start, ended the season strong, consecutive wins, not happy with the manager.
Mm-hmm.
And then, some managers elevated from a Carabao to an FA, but throughout the season, not happy with the manager. So there's a lot of things in terms of a fan base on what one accepts and doesn't accept. But what's going to be so exciting, and this Thomas Frank news or whatever happens.
Yeah, it's him and Marquez they're saying. They're saying that's the 2 from Ornstein. That's what they're saying.
What I'm going to find some joy in my summer, in addition to rewatching some of the matches in the parade, is seeing my man Flawless, Carefree Lewis, Saeed, obviously the 2 of you on the same side, and then all going to the grocery store, fighting over the same groceries. Like, that's what I'm really excited to kind of see, because rightfully so, you want better for your club. You want managers out.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen this too many times over at Chelsea. Get this guy out of here.
Yeah.
Get Potter out of here. Worst football I've ever seen. I want him out.
Yeah.
When just prior to that, get Lampard out of here. I'm tired of what I'm seeing. Get him out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Potter's in, wanting Lampard back in. Potter's out.
See, that's the foolish part. The whole wanting the next manager because the manager you have is currently not good enough. Fully hear that. But I hate when people do revisionism and go and get such and such. No. If you're in a relationship with a girl and it's not working out and you 2 break up and then you go get in another relationship, let's say 2-3 months after, and it doesn't work out with her, you don't go back to your ex. That's just foolish. What kind of rhetoric is that? And it's the same with managers.
But hold on.
Go on.
Now, you may not have liked how. I mean, this is a late enough show, right? It's 11 o'clock out there for you, right?
TV,
all right.
Man.
So
go say your shit.
You may not have liked how she caressed you.
Yeah,
you may not have liked on how she put it down, and then you got the next one, and then realize that the next one and how she puts it down is worse.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
true.
even have the skill set that you thought she
That's
had,
true.
and you're like, oh no. The previous one was good. The previous one was
no, that was good, but everything else was trash.
all right.
Because
All
we all
right.
know that, you know what I'm saying? It's been well known and been well said, like in regards to things like that. Crazy girl, you know what I'm saying? And the best in bed. We've all heard that before. Like, but that don't mean go back. You know what I'm saying?
All
That's
right, I hear
foolish
it.
if you
I
go
hear it.
back. So like that's what it is in regards to the manager statement.
That's
All those managers all the managers Manchester United have got rid of, we were right to get rid of. None of them have gone on to do great things. Moyes has gone on to do nothing great. Mourinho's gone on to do nothing great. Van Gaal's gone on to do nothing great. Ollie's gone on. Ollie can't even get a job. So and I said that while he was here. I said he won't manage in Europe. He won't get a top job in Europe again, and he's still managerless. He's still without a club now. And even will Ten Hag now. Can these managers go on and win Europa Leagues, Conference Leagues, FA Cups, League Cups? In my opinion, some of them, yes. Moyes left. He won a Conference League with West Ham last season.
yeah.
Mourinho left. He went and won a Conference League with Rome. Van Gaal, I think, managed them in the World Cup. So all of these are capable of going to win other but that's not the aim at Manchester United. The aim is major trophies. I say this all the time. For those that are lucky enough to have been at Old Trafford, I've been to Old Trafford, the actual stadium. There's pictures of plenty of the legends outside, right outside the front. There's statues of people. There's no statues of no players who won FA Cups, League Cups, Europa Leagues, you know what I'm saying, Conference Leagues. Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues is what you have brought in.
Man.
You don't spend $1 billion in 11 years to go and win FA Cups and League Cups and Conference Leagues and Europa Leagues, Premier League and Champions League. Now the trophies I mentioned, yes, of course, rate them. Obviously they have their tiers and they're good. They're great side dishes to have. But the reason why we call Sir Alex Ferguson a legend is because he won 13 Premier League titles, because he won 2 Champions Leagues, not because he won however many FA Cups and however many League Cups. That's just in addition to what he's done. Same way with the greatest players. Whoever your greatest 11 is in Manchester United in the Premier League era, guaranteed they all at least won a Premier League. At least, bare minimum. Same with City. They all at least won a Premier League and or a Champions League. Same with Arsenal, Premier League. Same with Chelsea, Premier League. Our clubs, there's no you're not going to become a legend here without being at one of those, winning a Premier League or Champions League. That is the level you are looking at. So that's what managers have to aspire to. Like man mentioned there, Moisey won what's it called? Yeah, Moisey won a Conference League, and that's cold for West Ham. That's Moisey's level. I think he's good enough to win another one.
So
Manchester United,
So when this game was playing out, when you weren't feeling comfortable with the lead and whether it would, end up being tied or whatever. Honest feelings when you saw what this manager on his potential final day delivered. Was it like, you know what? Same like you just said, Van Gaal, you did what you did. Thank you. See you later. Yes. All the best moving forward.
And that was my thought process before. I said, regardless of the result, he needs to be gone. I hope he goes out on a high. I'm not one of those who want to spike the team to say, oh, well, the manager lost, we should win the FA Cup and leave is what I wanted for the longest. When I realized he wasn't going to get sacked this season and he was going through the FA Cup, that was something I was like, all right, target. In the quarterfinals, beat Liverpool. Then we drew Coventry. Masterstroke, because we got the weakest team on paper out of the lot. Scrape by them, cool. In the final against City, it's a long shot, but it's a final. Go and win the final and leave. Win the final. I'm a stack. Winning the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying? 2 trophies in 2 years. Fantastic. 5 trophies in 11. It's been 5 trophies in 11 years, and we've been run so awfully. So imagine we was run to an average level, what we could accomplish. That's what when I start looking at the bigger picture, word to Ten Hag, that's what annoys me the most. And then when people want to blame injuries and blame this and blame that, like, no, you can be competitive in this.
So there's no part of you as a United fan that thinks he might just need more time. No. There's not even a little part of you that says, you know what?
No.
1 more year, I got certainty. Or you got certainty right now.
Nah. No, there's no
doubt. There's no doubt that, you know what? He might have just had a poor second season.
Nah.
Wow.
Because it wasn't a poor second season. It was an atrocious second season.
Oh my goodness.
Have you heard the list?
Yes, I've heard the list, but
Are you sure?
let's also recognize that on this list, did he not get results against arguably the second best manager in the league and Liverpool's best Premier League manager of all time?
Yeah, he did. He got results. Yeah.
In the same year, did he not just get a result against the best? It's up for debate, but we'll say the best manager in the world and the best English side we've seen.
Yeah, and I give him plaudits for that. Did we not also draw to a team at home who conceded, I think it was 90 goals this season? 80 goals? How many goals did your boy Burnley? How many goals did your
I don't know.
your boy company concede? Wait, 1 second. I'll check. Don't worry, man. We go. I'm gonna check right now.
What?
We can do this. Wait, 1 second. 1 second.
So because he lost to Burnley, that's
Nah, no, I lost. I'm just responding to your point because you said he got results against.
Yeah, he did some big things.
Okay, and he also did some shocking things. Is it not shocking to draw at home to a championship side?
But again, this is where only
I'm asking the question. Is that not shocking?
Yeah, I mean it's
okay.
It's poor.
Right, cool. Wait. I'm just putting.
But let's also recognize that this same manager, in terms of Burnley,
I want to get the maths right just to clarify. Hold up. So yeah, I got it wrong. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, so he drew to a team who only won 5 games, conceded 78 goals in the league season. Okay, that I'm saying just to clarify. Yeah. All right, cool. We also.
Yeah. Wait, who lost? Someone lost to Luton, or did someone drew to someone who drew to Luton?
Yeah, another manager that's not good enough. Yeah, what we talking about? We could do this easy, man. Jurgen Klopp, another manager who's not good enough. I've criticized probably more than you. That's why you laughing.
Oh man,
he wasn't good enough at Liverpool either. He should have won more. As good as he is.
All right.
Good as he is. What are we talking about here? We finished 8th with a minus goal difference. I'm not taking 3 games.
Okay.
We've got 19. We had 19 losses in the season.
I'm doing this.
14 losses at home since we're doing stats. No, 14 losses in the league. 9 at home.
The same way I spoke to Chelsea fans, it's sometimes not how you start, it's how you finish.
How many goals do you think we scored in the league this season? Let me ask you, Vale. How many goals do you think we got in 38 games? How many goals do you think we scored?
You have a minus goal difference?
Yes, we have minus goal difference. Yeah, see? Shit's just funny.
I don't know.
Take a wild guess.
I'm going to say...
Okay, I narrow it down for you. We scored 58 league goals last season. So do you think it was more or less?
You scored 58 last season?
Yes. So our attack was a problem last season.
Yeah. Hey, credit. I mean, listen, I'm going to be fair. Erik ten Hag had several injuries this season. Several. Hey, why are you laughing?
Yo, before we carry on, let me get to these super chats as well. Run up the likes. It's just under 200 people in here. I don't know how many likes we're on because I can't check. Let me know in the chat. Big up everyone that's locked.
Yeah, get the likes up.
Hit the subscribe button as well. Make sure you go subscribe to Vater's channel. One of the mods, please be kind enough to drop Vater's channel in the comment section as well. Let me get to this joke man super chats because he's been in there waffling. Shout out to Ryan who says, if we're being honest, it's Arsenal's title next season. Just don't see City doing 5 in a row. And if Pep is leaving next summer, they definitely won't do it. It's like you just didn't learn from this season where just a few weeks ago, you was talking about how Arteta's a generational manager. I need to respect him more. Arsenal are a special team. They're a generational team. They're going to win the league and all this. And look what happened. But here we are. He says, don't get how you can get Ten Hag sacked. He tactically demolished the goal manager in a cup final. How can he be sacked? This is a top manager. All right, bet. If the players know Pep is leaving, then I don't see them winning 5 in a row. That's why I think it's easily Arsenal's title next season.
That's a good point.
Okay, it's easily. Okay, cool. All right, because
I mean the easily part is a little too much, but his point
with regards to draw the line, it's a bit much. Yeah? this fucking guy, it's outrageous. Yo, this guy.
You know what? Hey, listen.
Go on.
When my man super chats, I know there's like a allergic reaction to how I see some respond to what he has to say. But
Yeah,
sometimes,
very smart. That's why I laughed when he said injuries, and that's why he laughed. You know what I'm saying? When he tried that shit, that's why I didn't even respond. Go on, carry on.
no,
See, nephew, you know, man, this guy tried it.
I had to take a step back. And when you're asking me, okay, last season 58, this season, I had to take into account the injuries.
Okay, so how many goals you scored?
I'ma say. You said it's less than last season?
No, I didn't say it's less. I just said 58 to try and help you out. That's how many we got.
Yeah, but you guys aren't as good as last season. So the fact that you said 58, I'm gonna say maybe 55 then.
All right, cool, 57. So you're just, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm not far off.
That's all right, isn't it? That's acceptable.
It's not acceptable. Not acceptable. But when I think of some of the you know what? Let me actually do this. Let me do this. When I think of what Erik ten Hag had to do.
Carry on. I'm just plugging in my chat.
Yeah. When I had to think of what Erik ten Hag had to do this season, right? And we look at shoot. Let me call this out because this is why
go away with this, man. I respect it, man.
This is why you guys are a little too harsh on it. Let me point this out. In October, I think that's the first time we played. Full transparency. Full transparency. We won that game. It was 3-0. Okay. We had.
Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna add myself back 1 second.
No, you're good. You're good. We had Haaland and we had Foden do the business, but you could see Erik ten Hag started that game with Højlund, Rashford, McTominay, Bruno, Amrabat, Eriksen, Lindelof, Evans, Maguire, and Dalot and Onana. All right, that's what he had to work with in October. Didn't get the result that he wanted. But this is why I'm like, sometimes it's not always how you start, it's how you finish. So then now in March when we face each other again, now he's got Bruno, McTominay, Rashford, Garnacho. He's got Maino, he's got Casemiro, Lindelof, Evans, Varane, and Dalot and Onana. So he could only work with so many ingredients. He didn't get the result that he wanted. It ended up being a 3-1. And it was a madness with that goal. We all remember what Rashford had. Now we fast forward. FA Cup. Man still has these messed up ingredients.
Saying all this with a straight face is brilliant.
This
is why you one of the best. Go on, carry on.
What he had to do. What he had to do.
I'm building him up like he's some superhero, man. This shit hilarious.
Flawless. What he had to do in this FA Cup final, right? He used the mistakes of the past. He used the formations that he's trying to tinker that everybody was killing him on. And he used and found the trust in the 11 that actually got the result when it matters. And this is why I'm like, listen, obviously, you want a manager to be consistent as best as he can. But the injuries, and I think only Chelsea had more injuries than you guys.
All right,
could be wrong.
Right. So let's part this trade. Let's part this
conference. Okay.
And have the conversation. So
I'm here for it.
Yesterday, and I know you was in the chat, so I know you trolling with this. Who were the players who were injured that was so key to the way we play? Who was missing for a significant amount of time?
You don't like it when I call him this, but the Butcher.
No, Martinez, 100%. That's one. Yeah, Martinez.
Huge. And the reason, let me point this out before I move on, right?
Yeah.
Let me break this down. When you have a player like him and Onana, two players that are actually press resistant, you trust them with the ball to foot, how teams can choose to press or attack you is completely different.
No, of course, but okay, I killed.
So the playing out of the back, the criticism, like, what's this playing out of the back and these risks that he's taking?
He is key. But okay, so I killed this one dead. Is John Stones not your best center back
this season?
No.
Or in general, yes.
He's your best center, and he's key to the way you play. Correct. Okay. So how come he's not played? He's been out regularly injured, and it's not affected your playing style heavily, and it's not affected you lot having success.
It hasn't affected our success. No,
it's not.
But it has affected how we do a play. I have to be real. It has affected how we play because with what Stones, because again, let's also remember before Stones did what he was doing, Pep was trying to do an inverted fullback.
But what I'm saying, it wasn't. Yeah, but that's him changing the tactics. But anyways, let's not go off topic. So we got
But Stones, I hear your point with regards to Stones and
Yeah,
Lisandro.
because
There should be some
doesn't take-
consistency.
Exactly. So we got
Yeah.
Martinez. Go on. Who the other injuries? Big up to Jacob in the chat as well.
Yo, large up, Jacob. Now the other injuries is there's a spell where you had no Rashford, right? There's a spell where you had.
All right, one second.
Yeah.
I double check because I don't think Rashford was out for an extended period of time. But I'm gonna do my due diligence. You know what I'm saying?
Because what I ended up doing, I was pulling up the matches in terms of what Ten Hag was trying to do with the 11 he had available against City.
Yeah.
Right?
But this games Rashford was available, he didn't play for various reasons. But just to clarify, Rashford was available. Rashford played 33 matches in the league, so Rashford's a no.
Rashford's a no in terms of what?
In terms of not being injured, he's been available. He played 33 league matches.
But then we also have to, like, if we're going to really dissect and geek out on it, then we'd have to look at how many of those 33 that he started.
He started the vast majority of them.
Okay, then maybe Rashford wasn't one of the key injuries.
Okay, so key injury, we got Martinez.
So if
we got one.
If Rashford was key healthy, the fault's on him for not having the same purple patch he had last season with regards to.
But that's on him and the players. But I just
him
want
and
to
the players.
He was key. So we got Martinez. That's true. Martinez key injury out for an extended period of time, crucial to what we do. That's one player. Who are the other injuries? Rashford was available most of the season. Who?
And the other injuries would be, how often did we have Mainoo available?
Mainoo was available apart from the start of the season. He was available for like
early Champions League time. He was kind of iffy, right?
He was unavailable at points, but I'm saying overall he was available like 85% of the season. So I'm not hearing that. Mainoo played the vast majority of the season.
So hold on. If I go through the list of players for Manchester United, you're with a straight face going to tell me Erik ten Hag didn't have injuries.
No. I'm not saying no.
You're going to tell me key players weren't injured.
I'm not saying no.
Oh.
I said no. I'm very particular in what I said.
I know. I'm trying to get the lyrics out. I'm trying to get the lyricist to give me the lyrics.
Yeah, because people keep saying, "Oh, it's the injuries as to why our performances were so poor for the entire season." Also, injuries to key players is also why our performances were so poor. So what I'm asking for is, who were these players who were out for an extended period of time that cost us so much? Martinez, I hear, because he was out, he was injured for the vast majority of the season. Rashford, you just come to the conclusion, was available for most of the season. Mainoo was also available for most of the season. So outside of Martinez, who are the other players?
But when I look at matches versus myself, and I don't see a Mainoo being selected.
Mainoo's probably on the bench.
He on the bench, yeah.
Yeah, so that's on the manager. Because he chose not to play him. Same way Varane was on the bench. Because he chose not to play him. Do you remember that? He said he dropped Varane for tactical reasons.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, he was available. So yeah, I'm asking about who was missing for an extent. So Martinez, fully hear that. Missing, without doubt.
You know what you're about to make me do? And this is going to keep my summer nicely entertained so that I come back. Because, like Flawless, I'm okay to be like, you know what? That's an interesting point. You want to talk about availability, 100%. Who was there? I'm going to collapse the sniper rifle for now. I'm going to detach the scope. I'm going to take it all down. I'm going to put it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and get my ammunition, because this is what I find interesting.
Go on.
Because you wanted to say, when were the players out for an extended period of time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to now look at the 11 that he had, game over game, because I believe there's a reason why you choose tactically not to play a Maguire and Varane, right? So in that game, I think he played Maguire and Evans So I'm going to go back. I'm going to do my.
Well, there's nothing Evans can do that Varane can't. There's nothing Evans can do that Varane can't.
Flawless. But here's the interesting part: is if after playing City in the next game against quote unquote lesser competition, if he uses that same 11 or he uses that same back four, there's probably an issue with the player, or there's something why he hasn't played him, why he's not starting, as opposed to it's solely. I said.
You know why, and I know why.
What's why? What's why?
You know why? That's why you're smiling. You know why?
No, what's why? I need to
Because
hear it. I need to hear the.
Managers is not very good. That's why. And you just here trying to make a case for him, like.
Man,
Cool.
I need.
It's cool because, like I said, because we died, and I know you was probably in the chat. You a smart individual. You see the same conversation that me and you are having about injuries. The reason why I know what's going on because I had the conversation yesterday on the Q&A. I had the conversation, and when the chat half an hour in to me asking the question, and the same question I asked you, I repeated about 7, 8, 9 times, maybe more.
Okay.
And when the chat couldn't name me names, that's how I know it's rubbish. Because if I say Manchester, the reason why Manchester United played poorly for the vast majority of the season, large parts of the season, almost all of it, was because key players was injured. Okay, I'll hear that. Then I'll go name the players who were injured for extended periods of time. So if a player's out for 2 to 3 games, for example, that's not large parts of the season. That's 2 or 3 games. That shouldn't if one player's out and your whole system collapses from an 8-9 to a 2 or 3.
No, but you're looking at it the wrong way because sometimes if those key players aren't available.
Again, no. You just pluralized it. Players. Name the players first and foremost.
Okay, so even
so we got no. So we got Martinez. That's one. And this is what happened in the chat as well. People started talking about other things, and I said, no. We're not gonna start talking about Ten Hag and players.
Yeah.
Who are the players that were injured for extended periods of time? Martinez, we've got one.
How long have you been playing without Maguire?
Is Maguire key?
Well, Maguire would be key if you also don't have a Martinez, and then you have to rely on Evans and Varane.
No, he's a squad player.
Who's a squad player?
Maguire. That's why we tried to sell him in the summer. So we saying a squad player. We saying a player.
No, but a player can be a squad player until you're seeing that another player that you're going to hold on to isn't up for it, or
he was fifth choice last season. So is that what we're saying? We're saying Maguire is a key player, yeah.
He increases in terms of the rankings.
Okay, so we'll give you. So I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. So
we're good. We're good.
Maguire, go on. Who the rest? So we got Martinez, we got Maguire. Who else? Name the rest.
Okay, so now you've had Amrabat all season long.
Amrabat's been available. He chose not to play him.
Oh my gosh.
He chose not to play him. Amrabat's been available. You can literally Google. I'll Google Amrabat injuries right now. 1 second. No, hold up. Here's what we'll do. Hold up. I'll tell you. 1 second. Amrabat.
This is crazy.
Injury. Nah, because this is what we do here at Sarcasm City TV. We have these debates. Hold up. So I'll tell you. Here it is. You can go to Transfer Market. Everyone who's locked in right now, and it will tell you. So, looking here. Where is it? Champions League. Friendlies. Wait 1 second. How'd you get to it? 4 by season. Friendlies. League. Hold up. I'm just searching for it now. Hold up. Give me a second.
So let me understand.
We're going to get to it. 1 second. We're going to get to it. I'm just trying to get to it. Amrabat. Is this the injuries? 1 second. I'm trying to find the thing right now so I don't get it wrong.
I'm going to look for it.
It is so. Is this it? Oh, so here it is. Here's how many games Amrabat missed. So this is 23-24 season. His back, 2 games. Broad injury, 2 games. So he missed 4 games this season in terms of injury.
Okay.
So we can dismiss that. Or is that a massive chunk of the season?
No. But this is where, like I said, this is where I'm going to take my sniper rifle. I'm going to check the wind gauge. I'm going to check the humidity. I'm going to check the distance. All of that. I'm going to calculate it because it's also about, again, are they injured against those big matches that you would need said players for?
But that takes away from the question. That wasn't it. And you know what? I didn't even say this. Ten Hag, people who are trying to back him sparked this conversation. Ten Hag himself said, I can't play a certain way because of injuries. He said it again after the FA Cup final.
Okay, yeah.
And I've been letting it slide all season. He said that's due to poor performances. I can't coach players who aren't here. So what players have been unavailable for a long period of time? That's all I asked. What players are missing? We've got Martinez, 1. Amrabat, we've just realized only missed 4 games, so dismiss him. Maguire, I'm going to check. I'm going to check Maguire now and see how many games Maguire was actually unavailable for. I'll double check 1 second. Because his could have been a significant amount of time. 1 second. Why you're relying on your 5th choice centre-back, I have no idea. But We'll get to it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, but that's also my
because
goodness.
he was fifth choice. He was fifth choice last season.
He
Ten
was
Hag
fifth.
made him fifth choice. Yeah,
He was fifth choice last season.
Mhm.
This season, in terms of center back, I would say your
Probably would have
Butcher.
still been fifth choice, but it was injuries in that. Well, carry on.
Wait, but who you putting ahead of? You're not putting Evans ahead of Maguire.
Evans did play ahead of Maguire this season. He did that. He played Evans, he played Lindelof, he played Luke Shaw, he played Martinez, and he played Varane.
Yeah, but Lindelof was what, your utility guy. He played left back or right back at times.
Left backs was injured. So I'm looking here. Oh, here we go.
I'm trying to find the injury list.
So yeah. So he missed 7, 6. That's 13. He missed 15, 17. Oh no, wait. I got this wrong. 20. Oh, do you want to know how many games Maguire missed because of injuries? 6.
To close out the season, he missed the last 6 games.
6 games. So he's been fit the entire season. That's how rubbish he is. I forgot he's been fit this season.
So and you guys were trying to shop him in January or in the summer?
Last summer.
Okay.
But
like I said.
So again, we get into it. So Amrabat missed 4 games. Maguire missed 6 games. So none of them are injured. So we got Martinez. So we got 1. So we don't have injuries. We have injury. We have 1. So again, this is to you lot in the chat as well. For any Ten Hag inners in there as well.
You're okay to be inners, by the way. There's nothing wrong with you guys
out here struggling, so you lot gotta help.
I'm not struggling. I just need to go get my ammo. That's what I'm getting my ammo.
We got 1. Martinez, I hear you. You mentioned Amrabat, who's missed 4 games. You mentioned Maguire, who's missed 6 games. So that's not significant amount of time. If you miss 6 to 4 games, that's
I agree.
So who were the players who were missing?
I'm looking at maybe Transfer Market might have this.
Transfer Market will help because that's what I'm on as well.
So I'm seeing McTominay has been out. He had a unknown injury, but he was out for 10 matches. It's telling me 10 matches.
And that was it, yeah.
Varane was out. Muscle injury for 11 matches.
So what was it in total?
53 days. But it says
the games missed. I can pull this up. I got it.
No, it's actually saying 11 matches. I think 11.
Yeah. No. But it also tells you, it tells you games missed. So he missed 11 games, then 1, then 4. So he's missed a whopping 16 games.
Why do you say it like it's nothing?
Because 16 games. How many games did Manchester United play this season?
Over 38 games, because you guys played in some of the cup runs, obviously.
So we played 38 Premier League games. We played 6 in the Champions League, which takes us to 44. We played 6 in the FA Cup, which takes us to 50. And I think we played 3 games in the League Cup, 2 games.
Flawless. So, 18 games is a lot.
No. 16 games.
16 games is a lot.
16 games out of 53 is not a lot. No, it's not. It's not a lot.
If he, to your point, is one of your key defenders, it's a lot.
What's the percentage of that? So how much was he? Hey, you lot know I don't have
I don't know. It's slightly less than what?
What's the percentage?
It's probably near 30-something%.
Okay,
38.
So he was without him for 35% of the time. That's
why isn't this telling me how long Martinez was out for?
Martinez we agree on.
Yeah, but I don't know why Transfer Market's not showing that to me. That's really weird. But then you got Luke Shaw that's been out for 18. It says 18 matches. He missed 18 matches.
Luke Shaw missed a lot of games, so that's 2. So we got Luke Shaw, we got Martinez. Who are the rest? Now we've actually got injuries now.
Yeah. What is it? Malacia. He's been out all season pretty much, right?
Malacia's been out all season. That's 3. Bear in mind, Malacia the backup fullback, but Malacia out all season. That's 3.
And then McTominay was out for 10 matches. It's telling me. So that's 4 players.
McTominay is not key, and he was out for 10 games.
He's out for 10 games. He's out for 10 games. Wait, how are you telling me he's not key when he played in your final, FA Cup final?
Because just because you play in the FA Cup final doesn't mean you're key. Was Amrabat key?
No, but it shows the importance of it, and Amrabat is probably key in terms of the latter stages with Erik ten Hag having trust in the player.
So why has Ten Hag not played him all season long then?
You had to build that trust to get him there.
Yeah, what, in game week 38?
I like I said, listen, everybody in the chat, I'm gathering my ammo. You know when you see those scenes in the movies? You know those scenes in the movies where You see them taking one clip at a time and they're just loading it.
What was so we've got three. We've got Malacia, we've got Shaw, we've got Martinez. That's three. Now we've actually got plural. Who are the rest?
What kept Martial out?
He got surgery January. So we
Okay.
say Martial is. So we say Martial is key. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you Martial. That's 4. Who else?
And I mean, I don't think it was any long period of time for Bruno or
No.
Garnacho.
Nope.
Wasn't
They
long.
all played.
Okay.
They all
So
played. So we got 4. Is there any more, or are we calling it there?
no, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at
Okay.
that. But where I geek out, where I nerd out, is I look to when they were available, for when they weren't available for
Mhm.
those games that were
Okay.
quote unquote.
But that's a whole different conversation because that's not what we're talking about, and that's not what Ten Hag is talking about.
But Flawless, for your quote unquote embarrassing losses, for the losses that shouldn't have happened to lesser
What you mean?
competition,
You
or for
mean
the losses. What? Wait.
you mean all season?
No, stop. We're not going to do that.
So
Not
it's
going
not
to do
all
that.
season. Okay, so you tell. Okay. So now we'll go through the fixtures. And the reason why I'm doing this, people, because Veta knows what he's doing. But this is
I'm
just
not
to go
doing
to show
anything.
it's not 1 second. So let's go through. We're gonna
What,
go through it, man.
viewers?
What
I'm
you
not
say?
doing anything. Listeners on Spotify, I'm not
We're
doing
gonna go.
anything.
We're gonna go through the Manchester United matches, and I'll tell you the embarrassing losses. So I remember I do watch-alongs for all these games. So give me a second, people, and we're gonna name the embarrassing losses in regards to scoreline, performance, or both.
Oh my goodness!
All right,
I'm
people.
trying to point out.
So it's wait. So we started the season. Where was it? So we beat Wolves. Tottenham 2-0. Horrible performance.
Tottenham were on
That
fire early in the season, trying to figure
was a,
out
it was a
Ange's
horrible.
style.
No. Forget all that. I'm saying our performance was horrible.
Mm.
Not even the result. So that's 1. Arsenal, cool. Brighton at home, 2. Bayern Munich away, we was awful. That's 3. 1 second. So that's 3 already. So that's 3. I'm gonna run out. So we got 3 already. Give me a second, because we gonna do this. Crystal Palace in the league. That's 4. Galatasaray at home. That's 5.
Oh my goodness!
You lot beat us. That's cool. City gonna do that to us. Newcastle in the cup. That's 6.
Flawless.
Wait. Copenhagen at home. That's 7. Galatasaray at home. That's 8. Newcastle United away. That's 9. We're only at 9. We're only in December, and that's 9 embarrassing performances / results. 9 people.
We're doing this the wrong way, though.
Hold on. Now we're gonna get there, and I'm gonna let you respond in regards to the embarrassing performances. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We're at 9 already, people. So we're at 9. So you tell me who was missing during these periods. Right, let's see. Newcastle 9, Bournemouth 3-0 at home 10, Bayern Munich at home 11, West Ham away 12, Nottingham Forest away 13. Performance
Wait. How'd you brush off that Bayern? Wasn't that a tight game? Wasn't that like a 4-3 or something?
No. The 1-0 at our place I was talking about. They're both embarrassing performances, but the one
to Bayern.
All right, do you want to take it away?
You're being rude. Now you're being rude.
Okay,
now you're being rude.
I'll agree with you. We'll take 2 off, so we're still at 11. So I've taken away the 2 Bayern ones, so we're still at 11.
You should take those off. That's Bayern.
That's cool. No problem.
Got my voice all high.
No problem whatsoever. Fulham at home 12. Brentford away 13. Chelsea away 14. Bournemouth away 15. Burnley at home 16. Palace away 17. So we're at 17.
Oh my
goodness. How many games we played this season?
Flawless. This is why I'm saying we're doing this all wrong, because when you go through the list of the teams that were embarrassing to lose to, or the score lines this is where I'm going to be like, okay, let me see the 11 that he started with. Let me see who he subbed on. Let me see who was and wasn't available. I get it. I'm not going to fight the battle for Erik ten Hag in terms of he needs to remain, because honestly, the same way I go after Chelsea fans, the same way I'm going to go after United fans. You guys want this manager out?
Thanks.
Calm, cool. Whoever comes in, it'll be a wait and see how they perform. But you have to see the good and the bad, and I don't believe Ten Hag in year 2.
Outside of winning the FA Cup, what were the pros for Manchester United this season?
Outside of the pros of the FA, I would say.
Go on. This guy trying to get us to see.
No.
The stars to see
no.
what that. You see them stars that Tony was talking
I'm
about aligning. That's what
no.
he's looking
It's
for.
not about the stars aligning.
I'm gonna give you your time. So we
I'm
got what are the other pros?
I'm looking at the entire season
That's cool.
as it being poor from a United standard or poor.
No. We just need the pros, my friend.
The pros are this manager dealing with, and I don't know your club the way you. I don't know the club the way you do.
What were the pros?
But I know that this manager had to deal with Ineos.
No. We're not doing all that. What were the pros from this season?
The pros are salvaging. The pros are salvaging. I believe an 8th place finish.
Okay, so that's 2. So salvaging an 8th place finish, winning the FA Cup, that's 2 wilds.
I mean, what more should there be?
What were the pros for Manchester City this season, Vale?
The pros for Manchester City, I mean, we were able to win 2 cups that we've never been able to win, and that's because.
What did you win this season? Now we're going to gloss over. What were the 2 trophies you won?
Well, we were able to play for the club, the
so
Super
you won
Cup.
The Club World Cup. You saying you won the Premier League? What were the other pros?
Well, I'm disappointed with with losing the league. I'm disappointed with losing the FA.
I know what you're disappointed in. What were the positives? What did
those
this season?
Those are the positives. I won the league and I won 2 international trophies because of winning Champions League that I never won before.
So you didn't play good football? No.
I didn't play as good as football as last season. I'll be real.
Not as good as last season. Did you play good football this season? Yes or no? You know the answer.
Yes, I played good football.
Okay, so that's a pro. Did individuals play well this season?
But Flawless, I can stand here and also I can sit here and also say that game against Aston Villa, being embarrassed, not have been registering the shot.
The point is I'm making it pros. We're talking pros and cons, like with anything, like having a list.
Yeah. So your pro list. Honestly, my pros. I'm gonna be honest, Flawless. My pros this season, because football, my style of football, how I play, can be like this. Can be happy, can disappointed. But my pros are trophies. My pros this season is showing viewers, listeners on Spotify. You don't see this right now, but I'm showing my armpits. The pros this season is being able to show my armpits 3 times this season. So.
Wait, because what did you win? The Prem, the Club World Cup, and what was the other one?
And the Super Cup.
Okay. All right, another pro is scoring the most goals in the Premier League this season. That's a pro, correct?
Nah. Why is that a pro? I don't even think I scored the most. I think
You did score. I've got it here. You scored the most goals. You scored 96 goals this season.
I tied that. Wasn't that a tie?
Didn't. Arsenal scored 91.
Oh, damn.
So is that
I was not aware of that.
Hey, chat, let me know. Is your team scoring the most goals in the league not a pro? Like Newcastle would let me check this.
I was not aware of that.
Wow. Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm here to help. Like Newcastle, wait 1 second. Scored the 4th most goals this season. Is that not a pro for Newcastle? That's a pro for Newcastle.
Okay, I hear it.
Yeah. So you also had the 2nd best defensive record in the league. Is that not a pro for Manchester City? That's a pro, right?
Yeah. When we get into the weeds of things, we
can start weeds things, and now we're gonna pull up. So already I've named off the top of my head 4 or 5 pros for you lot, and we can do more. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Wait, where are we at? Blessed Dunsey. Yeah, City 96, Arsenal 91, Newcastle.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm here.
Listen, viewers and listeners, I don't like when Flawless dudes because he's setting me up. I don't like that voice.
You also had the 2nd best home record.
I'm proud of that. Actually, you know what? I'm proud of the streak, and this is why I'm also upset because you ruined my undefeated streak with Rodri. But I was proud of all of those. Our home record.
Just naming pros for the season. So you had the 2nd best home record in the league. You also didn't lose a league home game this season. Facts. You also scored the most goals at home in the Premier League. You also had the joint best defensive record at home in the league this season. Here it is, people. These are pros of Pep and Manchester City. Away table. You know who was top of the away form table in the league this season? Want to take a wild guess, Vale?
Listen, when you're top of the league, there's a lot to be. There's a lot to be proud of.
Hey,
But
chat, let me know. Who do you think it is? Would you class it? Actually, before I even name it, hey, chat, would you class it as a pro if you're top of the away form table in the Premier League? Is that in the plus column? Is that I'm asking the chat? Chat, let me know if that's the case. Also, chat, let me know if you score whoever scores the most away goals in the Premier League. Is that not also in the pro?
oh my gosh, Flawless, are you not? Should you not be having a lot of happiness or pro that there's 12 other clubs?
This made me laugh, yo. Just clarifying, man. I'm just clarifying in regards to pros and cons. That's it. That's all it is. I just seen that as well there. I got you like that's it.
Yeah,
Like
no, it's all good.
that's yeah, like that's what it is.
I'm
No,
gonna.
Marshall, of course you want it to end with a trophy, but for example, Newcastle it didn't end with a trophy. But them scoring, being the fourth highest scorers in the league is a pro for them. Yes, you want it to end in a trophy, but you look at that and go, okay, what were the pros for Newcastle United this season?
Trust me, I'm getting my ammo. I'm getting my ammo, and
Yeah,
our
yeah,
next
you do too,
our
man.
next show is gonna be quality because I'm gonna do
Yeah.
a proper comparison of last season. Because I think I could be wrong, but I think you ended last season being like, you know what, ETH Eric Ten Hag, you got another season.
I did last season.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna look at the same things you pointed out: goal scored, goal differential. I'm gonna look at all that stuff and what you were happy with, and compare it to this season, and we'll have the proper
100%.
combo.
And Tamashu said, then it's not a pro. Who cares? It's a pro. When Eddie Howe is sat down doing his end of season review at Newcastle with all his coaches and everything and the team, he's gonna have it on the board, and it will have pro and
Things
it
to
will
build
have
off,
cons.
100%, 100%.
It's of course it is them scoring being the fourth highest goal scorers in the league is a pro. Now them conceding however many goals they conceded to finish eighth is a negative. Clearly your attack was on point, your defense wasn't. Wherever they got to in the cups, etc., etc. Because you know what you have at the start of the season? Targets. Did we reach our targets? That's what you look at. So let's not. Of course, it's a pro. Of course, winning the trophy is the main thing, and that's
Yeah.
the pro for Manchester United is winning the FA Cup. But
I'm
outside of that, what were the other pros? Why we move?
we're gonna do this proper. We got a summer to really dissect and break things down. I'm also say this real quick with regards to
Yeah.
some of the news that's happening managerial wise, right? We hear all the rumors around Chelsea.
Yeah,
We
let them know
hear,
where they can find you and what you got coming up and all that good stuff.
yeah. So please bless everyone. Sarcasm City TV, y'all have been amazing. I'm noticing different names in terms of subs. So continue to do your thing. I'm creeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. Shout out to Dre. I'm trying to get to 1K subs. Y'all are making that possible. I'm doing roughly 2 shows a week. And what I want to point out is there's going to be a lot of this is the manager that I want, this is the manager that I don't want conversations. I'm excited to see where Carefree Lewis and all the Chelsea fans land. Shout out to Marshall on American Waffle. What they want. I'm gonna hold them to it because they've been complaining for a minute. Flawless, he's gonna be at the grocery store. He's looking for his managers. A couple rumors out there. We'll see where things net out. Whether not so much the grass is greener, but a bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush because you know what you got in Eric Ten Hag. But we'll see. We'll see what happens moving forward. I'm gonna compare year 1 and year 2, see whether year 3 was warranted. Flawless says, nah, I saw enough year 2. I want you out. What you did in year 1, yeah, I wanted you to be here, but what I saw,
I like what he did year 1. No, very little complaints.
So we're gonna look at year 1. We're gonna break down year 1, and on my show in particular, don't get triggered, United fans. Don't get triggered. But these two men right here. Shout out to Sir Alex Ferguson. Utmost respect. Utmost respect. TJ, relax. Utmost respect to Sir Alex Ferguson. Amazing. But I'm gonna be looking at these two owners. These 2 owners on who they decide to bring in on that next manager. Flawless wants a new manager. I've got no problems with that. But it's gonna be interesting to see who these 2 decide to bring in. And we're gonna have that combo. Bless for having me on. TJ, you fraud. You're getting cooked on Monday because Liverpool showed their armpits. Arsenal, are you going to claim that you showed armpits raising a plate? And we'll see. We'll see how shameless you are. Flawless raised his armpits. United raised armpits.
Yeah,
And
man.
obviously, City did the damn thing. So TJ, you're getting
I would
cooked on
love to
Monday.
have been here talking about it more and I praise the players, but it's like when people like Vayner and others try and like gaslight and be like, oh, Ten Hag, this, and that. Bear in mind, people, notice this has been 2 days in a row now where we've asked for injuries and look what we get. We get 2 or 3 names, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna have the proper facts and I'm gonna put it on screen for it to be seen. Now we'll see whether Flawless accepts my choice of targets when we do the show again. All of you on Spotify, please make sure you continue to share this with others. Those on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked the button, do the damn thing. It doesn't cost you anything. And Flawless, fantastic show, man. Thanks for having me on. Again, all jokes aside, congrats on the win. I wish it wasn't you, but that was a battle. And hey, if you want quality, epic, historic moments, make your way over to Manchester. Anywhere else, it's fake. It's fugazi. Bless, my guy. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Every time, fam. You already know, Vayner. Love every single time, man. Every single time. Big up everyone that is tapped in. I'm still here. Give me 1 second, people. Give me 1 second. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Go subscribe to Vayner's channel. Go subscribe, people. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button, like I was saying. Final few questions before we close out as well. Someone drop Vader's link in the chat, please, people. Somebody do that for me as well. Yeah, man, he tried it, man. That's what it is. And Vader knows what he's doing. But the reason why I was the reason why I was going back and forth with Vader running is simply because I'm like, all right, let's have the conversation. Notice how nobody can mention what the injuries actually were. Hey, big up to Don C for the super chat. Says always honest as usual. Big up my guy Don C. We'll be live on the playback as well, people, in about half an hour, people. In about half an hour. It is in about half an hour. Bear with me. I'm just trying to sort something out. Bear with me. Let's see what else you lot are saying. And this is Chelsea news. Hey, Chelsea fans are stressed out. I know this is great show as always. Flawless crookonometry as always. How was I a crook here? Explain. How was I a crook? What did man do? You know what I'm saying? What did I do? But fine, like I said, final few questions before I close out. We will be over to the playback for the Dallas Mavericks, Minnesota Timberwolves Game 3. That's www.playback.tv/SarcasmCityTV. That's playback.tv/SarcasmCityTV. So make sure, people, you head over there. Download the Playback app. If you have an NBA League Pass, you can watch along with us. I've been giving out VIP passes for the game as well, so you can watch along with us. So you see myself, my co-host on the screen, and then the game will be on as well. It's going to be a good game because T-Wolves have to win. Dallas up 2. They've got to win. They have to win. They have to. Nah, it wasn't. It was light. It wasn't even full Gagan person. It was light. That was light. Because Vader, my guy, and I know what he's doing. That's light. Thoughts on the Southampton promotion? Love it. Fuck Leeds. You know what I'm saying? Nick Nash mentioned it here. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to use this iPad, and yeah, I'm just can't use it. But we move it there. That's the one. Mavs Timberwolves at 1 a.m. Yes. I have no idea what I did, Cheek, waiting for the season to go to each team in the top 10. You know, I'm going to do that for a show, Dunsey. I'm going to save that for a show. I need to do the Manchester United player ratings #1, but I'll do a team ratings on the Q&A. Definitely. How am I feeling about Rashford in the Arsenal shit, says MF. You're the guy you are called MF when you called into the Frank Carter show. And I was like, I weren't calling you MF. It was just your name. You lot can see it. If they want him, take him. That's what I would say. If you can get a good price, take him. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, Celtics 3-0 up. Flawless thoughts on Kieran McKenna rumors as managers. Terrible. Terrible idea. Terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Why? Don't get it. Makes no sense. Let's see what else. I'm just making sure I didn't. And to MF, who says 117 chaps even got Flawless to win City prop on this. Yeah, even prop. Was it just facts? What did I say that was prop? Tell me. What did I say that was prop? Nah, I can't even raid on there, Warrior J. I can't. Don't see not having it. Realistically, how many players you being sold that isn't out of contract? Depends on what they want to do. It's on them. What do they want to do? Oh, gassed up. I haven't spoke to you since your Molyneux masterclass, bro. How was it for real? One, it definitely wasn't a masterclass. So let me clarify that. I don't know why people think I'm a baller, you know. I don't know why. Like, I'm just letting you lot know right now, I am not a baller whatsoever. I'm okay. I'm an average footballer. Technically decent, struggles physically, can screen. I'm a six who screen, sits in front of the back four, not the most mobile. Like, that's it. Like, that's me, like, being super honest. Because people are like, oh, you're a baller, da-da-da. No, I'm not going to lie to you lot. And highlights will be out. I just don't know when. I just don't know when. But again, let me mention it again. Props to Ten Hag for the FA Cup final, the way he set up the team tactically, line up, spot on, game management, all spot on. Shout out to the team again, spot on. Onana minus the mistake for the Doku goal was quality. Varane is just sheer quality. Still annoyed that we're letting him go, but here we are. Martinez was Martinez. Both fullbacks dogged. Amrabat was just a nuisance the entire time. Didn't stop running. Gave the City players in those areas no space whatsoever. Maino, again, sheer quality. Like, he's showing levels as it is. Bruno in the false 9/10, him and McTominay busy running around. Phenomenal pass from Bruno for the Maino goal. Quality pass. Quality finish as well. Great team goal overall. And Garnacho and Rashford made runs. And when you're a willing runner, this is what I talk about all the time. Being a willing runner helps you so much. Because that's where the first goal comes from. Is Garnacho just making the run? Even though Vardy's beat him to it, you've made him defend. Ortega makes the mistake. Boom. See how it works. Someone said they seen you and it reminded them of Scholes, undisclosed source. Yeah, probably Scholes now. Because I don't know. You lot, like, don't be talking, oh, Flawless, you ain't even know that as a baller. Like, people just presume so. Just because I can play clubs to a good level and I can talk about the game does not mean that man is a quality player, just to clarify. Just to clarify. That's it. Let's see. I'm more of a b-baller. No, football's the sport I'm best at, but I'm just an average footballer. Super. I'm just not a good baller like that. That's all it is. That's all it is. But yeah, props. But I don't change my mind in regards to the manager for the season. I said it before. I'll say it again. He needs to be gone. It wasn't just on the FA Cup for me, but I'm over the moon that we won it. Over the moon that we won it. But because so many people just want to be right, and not so much Veta because he wanted jokes, but on here and from the chat, not so much Veta, but from the chat on Saeed's channel, and even yesterday on the Q&A, where man's having to talk about the manager's future or give him another season rather than just enjoy the victory. But and players and stuff. It is what it is. Is the fan calling show tomorrow? Yeah. The fan calling show will be tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. And then you'll get the Yardman show at 11. But with all this breaking news, we may get another show. But yeah, 4:30 p.m. will be the fan calling show. And then 11 p.m. with the Premier League podcast Yardman show, because we can talk about all this Chelsea news, the FA Cup final, etc., all that type of stuff. But yeah, like I said, Cheek, someone lied to you and they said to remind you of Scholes. I say I'm an average baller, but I need to get fitter still. Cause I did struggle, and I thought I would have been okay, but I started late. But like next time I play, I'll be at a much higher level of fitness. It's always been my problem is getting up and down the pitch. Always been my problem. Physically, that's where a man struggles on a pitch. Technically, it's calm. Like I can control a ball and pass it. From a physical standpoint, man struggles. Tunsi says, "Do you ever sleep?" Nah, I don't see. Rarely, man. You know what I'm saying? We get into work. I do sleep, on jokes aside. I appreciate the compliment. But yeah. Man sleeps. But like, you just got to get to work, fam. I slept well after the game, trust me. After the Molyneux game. That's why you lot didn't get the stream that night. I was just mash it. Still feeling the effects now. Would you say Delo's been your player of the season? In my opinion, been consistent player the whole season. I'd say Varane. I think he's played enough to warrant it, but I'm not mad at Delo. I'd personally say Varane. But Delo has been, yes. I'm a fan of Delo. He should just be a squad player, though. But I'm a fan of Delo. But here we are. I think that's all the questions. You know what I'm saying? I think so. I think that is all the questions. Like I say, trying to figure out how to use this. But anyways, we're going to close out. Let me know who's live. I can't set up the redirects, but drop the link in the chat. Please run up the likes, hit the share button, subscribe. Big up to all the audio listeners as well. Vader already mentioned it. So if you're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, hit us with the follow on Spotify, Sarcasm City TV, 5-star was iTunes, Apple Podcast, the same with SoundCloud. Let's keep these shows on the road, people. We're keeping these shows on the road, people. So love to everyone that's locked in. I'll catch you lot on the playback in like 25 minutes, people. So big up, salute.